Okay, I'll just start saying what I feel. I feel like Candus has crazy making going on. I feel like Candus is very physically abusive. And what I seen earlier, I was seeing pedophile pictures, like photos taken of Summer. I've seen that twice, so I know there's a reading clip or two that I hadn't done before, and I am feeling rise in spirit energy, so I appreciate that. For some reason, I'm seeing John Bonet. And I'm seeing the blonde guy who lived in a trailer park or something like that. I don't know if the blonde guy lived in the trailer park or the guy who told on the blonde guy lives in the trailer park. I can't remember, but the blonde guy that was the suspect. Don't know why I'm seeing him. It seems to have to do with his haircut, and I wouldn't call it so much a mullet. Okay, so what they're showing me is they're showing me different characters because of all these YouTube videos. So they're showing me the guy who put the wreath on the church. Is he a sex offender? Does he, I get a little spirit energy. Does he know of sex offenders? Oh, okay, I shouldn't be asking. It could be that they're running me through all these characters because then they're going to show me which ones it's not and stuff like that. So I'm not seeing the person doing anything wrong. And I got chills on my legs, yeah. So I think they're just kind of acknowledging all these different things that people have been sending me. I feel like some sort of candy cane house or gingerbread house. I mean, I see a gingerbread house, but I feel like calling it the candy cane house. And the reason I feel like calling it that is because, like, the doorways look like they're made of candy canes. And then the grandma comes into my awareness. Then they're showing me the Jose guy, and then they gave me the feeling of Candus, making a actual deal where he could do something to Summer. And that might actually be what Dawn was actually mad about. Rather than Candus sex with Jose, it would be Candus selling Summer to Jose. I have this peaceful, floaty energy, but I don't have chills on my legs about that, so I don't know if it's true or not. I think I'll only on this put up anything on the internet if I have chills about it. I'm seeing things crossing over, like if you made a zigzag part in your hair and crossed it over, and it's not necessarily a zigzag thing in someone's hair, but I'm just seeing maybe a drawn or a pattern of that. So if there's a name of a pattern like that, or if it will come up, it's like, I'm sure it was never done in Summer's hair, I'm not, yeah, I got chills. It was never done in Summer's hair. So, and it's not necessarily someone's hair either. It could be like on a drawing. It could be like a basket. Handle. Could be anything, but there's a pattern about that. You know, when you, back in the 60s, we thought it was fun to take like the juicy fruit gum or the double mint gum and make those long kind of ropes where you folded the papers over each other. This is an actual clue, surprisingly. I got chills on my legs. I don't know if it's the double mint or the making that gum thing. Yeah, that making that gum thing is actually a clue. It's a clue. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. It'll just come in somewhere. That's an actual clue. Okay. I'm just seeing this murder again, and it's really horrific. There's no point in me saying what I see. And then I start saying, oh, I must, but it's men like to hurt little girls. They like to hurt them. There's no sex about this, or there's no pedophilia. They're thinking they're doing something. I can't say about what with Dawn, but with who's hurting Summer this bad right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see. I actually used to monitor sex offenders in the community, which I understand about Dawn Wells. But what I'm just talking about now specifically is isolating this final incident. And I got a rise in spirit energy about that. And Jackrabbit runs so fast. They're showing me specifically, I'm seeing putting the back feet before the front feet before flying, jumping through the air. That's how they run so fast. I didn't get any chills with that, so I'm not going to upload it. I'm not going to upload anything unless I get chills. Or at least a wave of spirit energy. Because I don't want to be accusing people of things. I just don't. Can I get the spirit energy if Summer is deceased? Well, what I'm seeing is my daughter holding Summer on her lap. She's hugging her. Summer's bare feet. And dirty, and she's trying to show somebody something. Candus and Dawn both abuse Summer, both of them. Okay. And Grandma knows exactly what's up. I just feel like Grandma totally knows. And she also blocked me. I messaged her and she blocked me. And I just feel like, you know what? When people have something to hide, that's why they don't want a psychic around. Are you kidding me? If your 5-year-old was missing and someone offered to help you? Right. Something to hide. They always have something to hide. Grandma has something to hide, and that's called knowledge. I'm seeing Candus to go, or not Candus, the little girl. Candus help little girl on the horse thing. On the carousel ride. Okay, so here's my alternate. And I'm being shown my alternate, so I'm not sure why. But my alternate is she was dying or in the early stages of death. And I know experts said, no. But, I mean, she could have just took her last breath 5 minutes before that, or else being slowing down of the heart where she's like, to me, I got a little spirit energy on my leg. Slowing down of the heart. So, did she have dry drowning? If she did, it feels like if Candus handed her off to Dawn, and Dawn had the opportunity to have sex with her while she was still warm, would he? Yes, I feel like he would. I have some weird spirit energy too. It's like weird spirit energy. It's the abyss. It's just the abyss. I asked Nicole if she's there to bring me to a memory, and then I got a wave of spirit energy. And the memory was when she was in first grade, this couple moved there, but the man was, I don't know if he was in the military or a business, but he was gone from home for periods of time. And I got chills on my leg. So the woman abused the kids. Like, she couldn't handle being there with 4 kids or whatever. I didn't know this at first. I let my daughter play there. I left her there for an afternoon. I mean, it's just shocking. I don't know if my daughter told me but I acted really nice to this other little girl all the time at school, and the other little girl had bruises on her face before, and then I said, like, oh, what happened, or whatever, and then she said, her mom hit her, and, so then I went all over the school demanding them to do something, to call the police, call CPS, to get those kids out of there now, and stuff like that. And they kept shining me on. And finally I got so insistent. I was like, almost yelled at them. I was like, if you guys don't do something, I'm going to call the police myself right now. Stuff like that. And finally the principal took me into his office and told me they didn't want to tell me, but they already called the police. They already called CPS. The CPS is going over there. They're probably going to remove all the kids from the home, or they're in the process of all this. And yeah, so I got like this chills on my legs. So CPS is in the process of removing all these children from the home. Huge chills on my legs. And Summer's gonna be gone anyways when they find out what we've been doing to her. We'll lose all the kids. Okay, it's kind of going away. Okay, so they showed me this one thing about this little girl. The interpretation I would get would be that people can rest assured that people have reported this. People have reported, like, say, Robin or whoever, people have reported what they know. Whoever, friends, whatever. It feels like Dawn is saying, we got to get rid of Summer. We can't keep her around. Like, we're going to lose all the kids. It's like both of them, but Summer brings up the idea. I mean, Candus, that's how it feels to me. And it feels like I feel spirit energy, but I don't have chills. So, okay. That's Dawn's primary fantasy age. And for the next 5 years. So, if he could get away with it, why would he get rid of his daughter when he just has his fantasy right there? At his discretion and disposal, right? He's got a wife that grew up being abused, a grandmother that probably grew up being abused as well. They're very aggressive people. They just have no mercy on this little Summer. Like, I got a wave of spirit energy. Kind of a chill on one leg there. I'm seeing a kitchen. I don't know if it's a kitchen, but like anyways, I'm seeing like the refrigerator. I know they said JJ was on top, but I see the girl on top. I see Summer on top of the refrigerator. She was hard to handle, and Candus didn't like the constant, it just feels like Candus whacks her across the head all the time. Feels like the Candus is the leader about getting rid of Summer. And one excuse she has is Dawn's fixation on her. Another excuse she has is the CPS investigation could reveal massive sexual abuse. Not just by Dawn, but by Candus. And Candus selling her to people like Jose or whatever. So you have this man camping across the street watching the family. Why would he shave his head and his beard except for to not let them get his hair follicles? And if he went back to his wife's house, did he shave his pubic hair and his arm hair and his leg hair also? I have a sick feeling in my stomach. I don't have any chills. Could this man have done this? See, the thing is, Summer was for sale, just like Dawn's Facebook profile. Who would put this obvious glaring, this is a pedophile for sale signal, this red barrel that says for sale, and then she has Summer dancing in the rain? What the hell do we think it means? Yeah, I got chills again. Mama sold her daughter to pedophiles. I'm also getting a J, Jason. And that could be a total random person. It could be the name of a street. It could be anything. And it also could be that I'm getting the whole, first I'm getting J, and then Jason, but the J is big, so it might just be they're trying to get me to say J. That's how mediumship is. Like, it's very fluid, and it's very interpretive of what they show you, and they're not, well, sometimes you get a thought transfer, sometimes you hear a sound, but it's mostly visual. I still am getting, like, beaten to death and stabbed to death, like, but, I mean, it's like for a movie. I don't have chills, though. Maybe it's because I'm not supposed to put it online. Grandma? Okay, so what's information that law enforcement, it doesn't matter to prove anything to people. What's information that law enforcement can use? And I got a chill on my leg. Ivy Bridge train. Steamboat. Not an actual steamboat, it's just like a name wisping by or something wisping by. So it could be on a sign, it could be a picture, it could be anything. And it could be like you're driving up the street and you see a sign that has a steamboat or something like that. And I got chills, a little bit of chills on my legs about that. It could be the name of something bigger, like a town or something, but I don't know. I mean, it could be super small, like the name of a street or the name of the thing. Could be a billboard for all I know, But I got chills on my legs about it, so I'll put that. Who is Darren Stevens? So I'm seeing the black and white Darren. They don't show me an actual real person. They show me Darren. And Darren handled money. He's the one who paid for this. And then part of my other mind goes, well, if you had a pedophile ring, right? And these guys share photos of their own kids, then at the next level, they might donate all their kids to some one area where they're kept, where they can, and then they can give other kids too. But to do that, they're giving one of their kids to that, like a club, pedophile club ring. Let's see. I guess I was sick of a feeling about that. Seen about my neighbor getting divorced. So does this have to do with Summer, getting rid of Summer for this, CPS is investigating them. Candus is concerned they'll take all the boys when they find out what's been done to Summer. And, at first, when I looked at Summer, my logical mind says dry drowning. But I'm one, she could be that passed out if they gave her one of Grandma's pills, like in some candy or put it in her slushie or whatever. It's just a thought. It's not like I'm getting it psychically or anything. No spirit energy on it, though. Summer's wearing a little bikini and eating some watermelon. Candus knows that Dawn wants to look at Summer while having sex with her. He wants to cuddle with Summer while she's just, there. Donna's molesting Summer in front of Candus. And Candus grew up being molested. She's been raped and abused her whole life. She just, she's resentful. She doesn't know how to love a child or defend it. She doesn't even know how. It's never been shown. She's been abused all her whole life. Nobody ever defended her. She doesn't know what it is to defend a child against that. Against the man belittling her and then, abusing the daughter there. She hit Summer. But Dawn hit Summer too. Okay, I'm seeing the guy he fired. Like, look at all the good suspects they have. The guy he fired, the guy camping across the street, the guy they fired is on some crocodile stuff or whatever. Yeah. So I got some chills on my legs. Could Candus have sold him to that guy? Or if you want to make some money, you can drive her to here. And Candus is, it feels to me like I keep seeing Candus getting rid of Summer. I don't see her killing her on purpose. And it's not like she wants to hurt her. She just wants her gone. She's tired of laying there while Donnie's taking at her or whatever. He's, just wording she is. I got chills. I got spirit energy across my legs. I got chills on my arms. So Candus makes a deal with somebody to get rid of her. That's what happens. And they might take her across state lines. I don't know. It might be related to Candus's old friends from the carnival. I got waves of spirit energy on my legs. So she becomes a liability. I got chills on my legs. She becomes a liability because this case is getting too high profile. So whereas they might have kept her around for some kind of sex, whatever they do, so they made a real display out of killing her. But then I'm showing her in the back seat, and I'm like, is she dead there? I get a chill on my leg about they drugged her so that she could, I got chill on my leg about that. They drugged her so that she could make the transfer easy. So I'm seeing the carousel again. I'm seeing the idea of wearing a costume, or, kind of an executioner's hood or something. The whole cape thing got going, the whole cape thing. It doesn't. So it feels like this guy. Now he's got her body to deal with. Feels like he's... Where I see him burying it is like under the dirt at this building. And I know I've seen it like in a hollow tree stump, but I don't see that right now. It could be in a hollow tree stump. Her body could be. So if I go to Kingston and take a left, go on the map that way. Whisper Willows. You know, the good thing is, I do believe that they will arrest somebody, and then this is because there's more than one person involved. One person is going to make a deal to show them where the body is. I have Candus in front of my face. Is Candus going to make a deal to show them where... Does Candus know where her body is? Just a little bit of chill on one leg. Is Candus going to be able to find out where her body is? No. No energy on that. So the man, the cartoonish man with the top hat, it's like he puts on a whole show about hurting the little girl. He enjoyed that. See, that's what people don't get. He doesn't feel guilty. He enjoyed that. So maybe if people think they're closing in on him. Yeah, and I got chills on my legs. Is the little girl deceased? Please give me chills. Please give me chills if she's deceased so I know for sure. So then I don't block out anything. Is she still alive? I see him stab her, among other things. If what I see is true, then Candus is going to need to go to prison. Then I don't know if they'll be able to prove anything about Dawn unless they've got photos. And they might. Look, he had a camera. Let's put it that way. Yeah, they'll find some photos, alright. Yeah, I got chills on my legs about that. They're going to find photos of Dawn doing things. And I got chills about that, too. I'm seeing her color crown. Show me where her body is. They could not risk having Summer interviewed by CPS. I got chills on my legs about that. That might have been as much a motivation as couldn't they just send her to another state then? See, Grandma doesn't have any problem with kids being sexually abused either. She's mean. Like, I don't know how Candus can even be friends with her mom. Her mom, I just keep feeling like her mom would take a leather strap to them. And it's this weird kind of consensual mind abuse that makes the kid feel like it's their fault or something. Like they did something wrong. There's something about them that's wrong. Why the victimization? The mom's not helping. There's a sequence of events that I don't quite get down. It's like Don's laying it on for the cameras. He knows they'll go away. He's just laying it on. It could even be that they were going to have her in a trafficking ring for a year or two until things got back to normal. Everything just went out of control or something like that. But maybe she's still alive, you know? Every time I say that, I see someone just plunge a knife into her stomach while she's like, I don't know if she's tied on this like altar-ish table thing or what. I'm seeing that snake thing that guy drew the ley lines to. The ley line that goes to Summer's house. I'm seeing the red and white stars. I feel like, I don't know, there's some connection to this carnival or carousel, steam train, ravine. Yeah, why did I see them burying the body and the dirt in the building, but then I see them poor baby. Rising spirit energy on that. Poor baby. Melvin, just evil. It's like Candus is just Melvin, just evil. Not that, it's like all she knows. I don't see her sexually abusing the boys, and I don't see her that she's like taking part in it, but it's not that she's letting it happen, it's just that she doesn't even know any different to say, this isn't not normal, you know, I'm calling the police on you right now, and stuff like that. It's more like that's what men do. Can try to keep her off him, or keep him off her. But he ain't gonna do that. He's got a fetish for small children. Gotta put food in my other children's mouths. And we depend on him. Summer wasn't making our family happier. Especially since Donnie, all Donnie wanted to do is be down there alone with her. Like, he ain't acting like a normal husband. And Grandma's like, you gotta get rid of her. She's your competition right there. Are you kidding? There's people that pay a pretty penny for a child like that. And keep in their basement somewhere. Like, I think Grandma is the one who came up with the idea. And maybe John agreed to it because CPS was biting at their tails or whatever. They all know. That's how I feel. They all know. Dawn, Candus, and the grandma all know. And Grandma is a seasoned criminal. And I don't care if she's ever been arrested. She is. She's a criminal of allowing the hurting of children. These women who think they pretend they don't know what's going on, you're guilty. You're just as guilty. Who would let a child be abused by a man in their house? You're guilty too. So quit pretending you're not. And that grandma is guilty. Candus is guilty of that. And she's guilty of selling her. That's what I get. She's selling her, got rid of her, gave her away. Candus is the one. But it's like all of them agreed on it. Like I said, Grandma might have even just put that idea in Candus's mind when Candus is complaining about that all Dawn wants to do is touch the child's private parts, or, do that I don't want to talk about. Hopefully the police found lots of pictures. And they'll be making arrests, and someone will be telling them where the body is. And I have some spirit energy about that. So, let's just look forward to that day. Because it really, really pisses me off. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's what's upside down is up, and what's upside down is down. What's upside down is up. And what's downside down is up. There is some twin thing. Now, I don't say twin, I mean, but there's some, there's the yin and the yang and these opposites and like as above, so below, all that. But there's something connected to that. And I have some chills on my legs. I don't know what it is, but there's something connected.
So as you heard, that was Psychic Reverend Donna Seraphina's second meditation reading she did on Summer Wells. That was the raw, unadulterated version. I just kind of had to blur some words out so they weren't so clear. You know what I mean? I knew you guys would probably be able to put one and one together to figure out what those words were otherwise. So wasn't worried about it. But the biggest takeaways from what we just heard are that Candus, it seems like she was the main pusher of this getting Summer out of the picture idea. Though it was possibly her mother's suggestion. So we're talking Grandma Candus's suggestion. It was really Candus that carried the torch on that. The mother of Summer Wells, that is. In Donna's opinion, she feels that life in prison is required for this sort of horrendous sin. She also made a note that Grandma is a person, like the type to take a switch to a child, and that Summer came to a tragic ending, seemed like with a knife, on a table during a snuff film. So it's just awful to imagine, and I'm so sorry. I know that it's not easy to hear this, but I wanted to just kind of tie it up for maybe if you missed a word or something. This was a quick recap on some of those main points. There was definitely a connection to a carousel. The photo of Summer next to the milk seems, in Donna's mind, it's possible that maybe Summer was drugged in some way to make the transition over to where she was going easier. Whether Candus did cross state lines or not sure. And I think as soon as Donna can do a reading with one of these people that knew Summer, so many more things will become very clear to her at that point. She also made mention of a documentary called Just Melvin, Just Evil, and its connection to what she sees in Candus's family, that there is this systematic SA problem that seems to be passed down generation to generation and ruins the lives of the entire family, causes the bad decision making, causes the bad relationship and partner choosing. It's a horrible curse. Even her own husband, even Candus's own husband, has a fetish for small children. And she has to stay because she depends on him financially. It's pretty obvious to see, and really tragic too. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, I guess for listening. I hope you found value in this. And in the future, if you want updates or videos, be sure to subscribe to Donna, to me, and we look forward to hearing from you. Have a great rest of your day or night.